Hey, what's up, guys? Got another knife video for you today. I just want to do a quick video on how to pick a fixed blade, or at least my thought process, right? I've always had these thought process since I started collecting fixed blades. Or I shouldn't say collect, because I'm not a collector. Buying fixed blades, and I figure I'd share it to maybe help somebody out there. So with fixed blades, right? Like, understand, like, a lot of the people that collect folders are more, in my opinion, more impulsive, blah blah blah. It's kind of hard to categorize that, but you guys know me that with fixed blades I kind of categorize in 3 different categories. I have the big choppers, the all around, and the EDC. So the big choppers are probably knives that are like I would say around 10, 11, 12, maybe 9. All around 8, 7, 7, 8. Those are good all around knives. EDC 4 and under. So the weird ones are like 5 and 6 inch blades. But that being said, some people, it might be an all around for them. I guess it's just who you are, right? So after I figure out what category it's gonna be, right? Let's say I'm looking at a knife and I'm like, okay, so I have a bunch of EDCs. I don't have a lot of all arounds, or whatnot, right? After that, I look at blade steel. Do I like the blade steel? Yes. I'm not a steel snob, but we're in an age where why the fuck am I buying really 01? I don't know. Maybe if you like 01, you like 01. So, and for me personally, I look at it like, does the knife needs to be coated, right? I don't like coatings. You might do. Some people like that. I have a buddy of mine that don't like shiny finishes, so he prefer coated blades, which is cool. For me, that's what I look at. Then look at the blade finish. And at the end of the day, it's all about heat treat, geometry anyways. But the blade finish, do I like it? Like, I like tumbled, I like satin. I blasted. I'm okay with, like, this is a sheen. I don't know. I like this finish. So then I look to see, do I like the handles, right? G10, my car, there's a bunch now, man. There's so many. What do you like? I look at the colors as well. I look at the hardware, actually, and I don't like coated hardwares, but I know I can easily just sand that shit down. But if I don't have to do that, I give it a plus. So I look into what kind of hardware. Is it hex, Torx? Is it big Torx? That's something I look at, right? Like, so for these are Torx. I like them a lot. If it's hex, I kind of hesitate a little bit. And then I look at the sheath. Do I like the sheath? Because I like Kydex. Some comes with leather. I don't really like leather. Some people do. All right. And then I get it. I get so anal about it, because then I'll look at the fucking hardware for the sheath. This is coated. I don't like that. I'm gonna definitely sand this down. Look at the way it carries. This is not that important, because you can always change it out. So I look at all that shit, and then I make a decision. So let's go through this, right? With this knife, the GSO 5.1 blade steel, I like. Finish, I like. Size, this is a 6 or 7 inch blade. Kind of weird, but I was okay with it because I don't really have a lot of blades in that. And handle, I like. Feels good in hand. I like the color. The sheath, I don't like so much. I'm sorry, I do like the sheath. I just don't like this color as much. It's not that bad. So for I wouldn't minus a point from that, like 0.5. So this overall, it's like what, a lot of pluses, only one negative, like half a negative. So I bought the knife, right? That's how I kind of go around it. Obviously you can also say blade shape as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's go through so last night I was looking at a knife, right? And it was a smaller knife, and I was looking at it. I was like, okay, let me take a look at this. I like the steel. So that's +1. I like the handle. So +2. It was not a removable handle, so that's another thing I think about, is the handle removable. I don't like it when it's not removable, so that's a -1. So +2, -1. I like the sheath, +3, -1. I looked at the blade finish. I did not like it. All right, so +3, -2. And the reason why I didn't like the blade finish is because it's one of those knives that, like, I guess I don't know exactly what happens is like after heat treat, or is it, after a while, like how the steel's darkened up. So what these motherfuckers do sometimes is they'll take they'll grind the blade, right? They say they grind it, make a Scandi or a full flat. Full flat's actually not that bad, but Scandi, saber grind, and then all you get is that satin finish here, and then the rest of it's like dark and crummy looking, right? Like it just looks unfinished, and that's what that blade looked like. It just looks unfinished. I don't like that, man, and I don't understand why makers do that shit. Like, just finish your blade. How hard is it to like put it on the belt and just scratch it up? Take off that fucking. You don't gotta polish it, but like, I just don't understand that. Why do you leave that crummy looking ass finish? I actually had a knife like that, like I bought, and it was a saber grind, and it was you can see it was a belt finish, but then like on the top it's like it just looks disgusting to me. And so I took a fucking I sanded that shit down. But anyways, with this knife I couldn't do it because I couldn't sand the whole knife down because the handle wasn't removable. So I went through that. I was like, all right, +3, -2. Am I gonna buy this fucking knife? No, like, and then like it was kind of expensive for the size of the blade. That's something else you could think about. But like, I don't like talking about price just because like it's relative to the person. But yeah, man, like that's kind of how I pick a fixed blade, and hopefully that makes sense, right? Anyways, this is all I gotta say. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you later.